about the bundle, so I don't never press. I just made a mess. I just made a mess. 50-yard TD with the winning catch. Oh, no.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd and 10. Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go right back to Andrews. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Andrews has it. What a catch. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Down to about the 22 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. action. Now Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here we go. Right 80.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run for the first time with Chris Evans. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Colby Wadman now. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after here coming up. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Bengals nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Still 9 remaining on second down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd and 9, Jackson flush to his right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Jackson. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. A big play there for Cincinnati. They'll give it to Mixon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Another try for Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. McPherson on for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Jackson will throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Snags it for the pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that's out quickly to Chase.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, check back.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This time they stay on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
I'm one, ready?
On third down, Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Come on now, let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen. It's time.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And it'll be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
On first down, Dobbins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. from the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
To throw is Jackson. The quick slant caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2nd down and 7. Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon.
42 yards. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Cut check time on both sides. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Jackson to throw.
Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown! And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. The try here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bengals drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Burrow. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Extra point by McPherson.